But honestly, Meera, I mean, seriously, I feel like a magic in the last 6 months. Like I can't even think how I existed, though I know it was the lowest
Yeah.
of point. But today, the every minute and second of how I live
Yeah.
was exactly how I wanted to when I came to you. When you did that first session of listening to my soul on what needed to come out and how effective that was, your explanation and how you gave me the narrative of the block, that experience was enough to trust the program that you offered.
I always say that constellations is experiential, and the same for somatic work. Like it's the feeling that comes, the felt sense that really shifts. Like you come in as a pressure cooker, and then there's something about the work, especially in combination, the family constellations and the somatic work, that releases the pressure valve, and you leave so much lighter than when you started.
I really wish after doing this work with you that more women who balance career and work do this as a way of life, because that part of the importance of self-love.
It's so interesting because self-love seems like, okay, what a wonderful place to be in. But your decision-making should come from a place of self-love. Like the way you make decisions, the way you choose things in your life, that's when you get to a place that's so aligned. And that's when you bring in abundance.
I got the definition of self-love wrong in my life.
Wow.
Because until this work, the kind of self-love I attempted was probably shopping, going on a solo trip, sleeping, binge eating. But then when we did this work and I learned that was the best form of self-love, you made me realize it in our conversation. What is so unique about working with you is swiftness to understand what the soul wants in that session. I didn't see ever a point in any of our session you doubted your instinct of where you came from on what my soul wanted or where it was going. Showed your expertise, your love for doing this, and how non-judgmental every conversation was. What came up and we resolved was actually biologically happening in my family.
We're seeing tangible shifts in your family system as you're working.
And biologically.
I think a lot of people who come to me, they've done a lot of different therapies, right? And talk therapy, a lot of spiritual healing modalities or therapies, whatever you want to call it. It's very about like the inner work and what's happening inside and finding inner peace and all, which is beautiful. But the thing about constellations for me as a client and then as a facilitator that was so different is the impact in your actual waking life. So tired of the healing era that everyone talks about. And I was just like, why is my outer life not changing if the inner world is so different and so evolved now? And that's the thing that's different with constellations, I find. The outer world changes. Yeah. It's like all the answers that I had swirling in my head for decades, I finally answered for myself. And then now I get to answer it for other people and like show them it doesn't have to be so hard. It's actually simple. When you come down to the core and you have the right tools, it becomes very simple. Part of working together is that I teach you how to continue to do this for yourself. So there's no dependency because and really have the skills and the tools they need to navigate the world on their own.
When I embarked on a journey with you, it was more about why is it that I am reactive to life than be proactive? This whole loud voice in me was saying, is this how you should exist, continue to exist? Because I was so exhausted. When we sat to do the intake form is when I was able to put these emotions as a goal for me. Until then, it was just a voice. Where is this inability to be proactive coming from? What I was looking for as a goal was a form of existence where I am in absolute peace internally and externally, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as for myself, as the identity that I like to be.
And in this process of finding yourself and your purpose, your career has changed completely. Right? When we come from a place of alignment, like you said, finding your life purpose and connecting truly with really like your body and what your body is telling you already, you can achieve success, you can achieve more success with less time, more ease and more financial abundance. There's no need for sacrifice. And the thinking that I have to sacrifice something actually is a core wound in itself. Like, where did that come from? Where in your ancestry did that come from?
Talk about how you look at money as an outcome versus money as the goal.
Difference between the subconscious and the conscious mind. Your conscious mind knows money is the outcome, but the subconscious is the one that's driving the car, right? And you have no control. And most of the time, none of us have that awareness of it. And tapping into the field and the somatic work is connecting directly to that driver and asking the driver, why are you doing this?
That's the huge shift for me. The whole reactive existence to a proactive existence.
And if there are moments where you sort of slip a little bit, you know how to correct yourself now. You have the tools. I think that's so important because we all will slip here and there. It's finding the way to maintain the results and come back to your new baseline.
Even biologically, right? I mean, the shifts have been quite stark, especially around the cycles of menstrual time, the palpitation, and the quality of my sleep. Now I can say I sleep like a baby because I experience it.
It's really not being in survival mode anymore, right? Because when you're in survival mode, you feel like you're being chased by a tiger or something. And now you're just in rest and digest.
Yeah.